going to start out today by giving a shout out to a little girl who lives in Georgia. Her name is Skylar. She's a very cute, sweet, and very smart little girl. She is my cousin's granddaughter, and she and her grandma watch my videos together. So I wanted to tell her thank you so much for watching my videos. I hope she enjoys them. And I will see you later, Skylar. Bye-bye. Hi ladies, this is Carla. Thanks for stopping by my channel today. Today we're going to make this really cute little mini pocket album. And to make this, you're going to need 2 sheets for sure of 12 by 12 cardstock, 1 for the pages, 1 for the chipboard cover, and then if you want to add little mats to your pages, you'll probably need another. So you could use 3 sheets possibly, and you'll need some chipboard for the cover. So to get started, first thing we need to do is get our scoreboard. And we're going to score this into 4 sections. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to score 3 all the way down, 3 inches. I'm going to score 6 inches. Whoop, there we go. And 9 inches right there. So again, we've got that scored at 3 inches, 6 inches, and 9 inches. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take it to my paper trimmer, my guillotine, and I'm going to cut it in 3-inch strips. So it'll be, again, I'll be cutting it at 3 inches, 6 inches, and 9 inches. And this is double-sided paper. I want the small lemons to be on top. It's lemons. I don't know if you can see that. It's Beth Kingston's paper. And so I'm going to be cutting across the score lines. Okay, so I'll do that and I'll be right back. Okay, so only going to be using 3 of these strips. You've got 4 that are cut 3 inches by the 12 inches, but like I said, we only need 3. So we're going to put the 4th one out of the way, and we're going to work on 1 strip at a time. Like I said, I want this small lemon design to be on my inside of my little pocket folder. So I'm going to fold, okay, we're going to take this and we're going to fold this back, and we're going to fold this over. And before you score real well, I would make sure you've got those lined up well on the edges before you go ahead and give that a press out to the edge, and then we'll score this next one back. See, my paper's wanting to crack a little bit. I don't like that. Okay, so we've got that, and what you've got is an M. Put that upside down. There you've got an M. So what we want to do now is, I want to make sure I get this right. Okay, actually, I want this to fold in like that because I want my small lemons. Okay, you want whatever you want on the inside needs to be the flat piece coming out, and your mountain needs to come in the bottom like that. So you've got this point sticking out, and that's what we're going to glue together, okay? So we want to take this like this, and we're going to make a pocket. Now, to make this pocket, we want to make sure that we have our top of our design at the top, and when we do this, we glue this together to make our pocket. We're only going to glue the sides and the bottom because we don't want to glue the top together. So what I'm going to do is, okay, let's look at this again. You've got, okay, you've got your, it's kind of like a W actually. And so what you're going to do then is you're going to fold it up like this, And you're just going to take this, fold it down, and fold this over. And we want to make this part of our pocket. So I'm gonna glue this. Just take glue, go down this edge, across the bottom, and down this edge. Back ready. And we're just going to take this then and fold it over and glue that together. I'm going to wipe off this glue. I'm going to press that down. I'm going to press this bottom down. And this inside fold. We've got glue on all of those. So now we have this, okay? Make sure that bottom gets glued together nicely. Just squish that out a little bit. And so now we've got something standing up that looks like this. And we're just going to move that out of the way. And we're going to do the same thing to the next one. Okay, the next one we're going to take and fold over. Make sure we get that straight. And then you're going to fold it back accordion style. Make sure it lines up there on the fold. Give that a little press. If you're having trouble with your paper wanting to crack, just be very gentle. And let's go ahead and fold this next one over. Get that pressed. And then again, you're going to have your W. So what we want to do now is the very same thing. You're going to take this mountain here, fold it down, like so, and then just open it up, and you're going to put your glue in here again. Okay, we're going to go down this side, across the bottom. Take this, fold it over. I like to keep a cloth to kind of help make sure I can work that glue out to the edges. Get the bottom good. And then the inside fold as well. And then you have another one that looks like this. I've got two that look like this. See those okay? So we've got two that are standing up, and we're going to do the very same thing to the third one. So again, I'm going to take, oh, that one's wanting to crack a little bit. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take a little bit of washi tape and put over that. It won't show because that's on the back side. But that worries me a little bit. So I'm going to take just a little bit of washi tape. It doesn't have to match. Put it just like so, so that won't crack any further. I'm going to fold this one over. Line it up with this score line again. Fold this one back on your score line. I'm going to try to line that up. And then fold this one back over. And give that a little press. If you see any other places you think you might need to add that score tape, that one came up. It's supposed to go in here like that. But that won't matter because we'll be gluing that. And again, I've got a piece that looks like this. I've got the point coming up in the center. And I'm just going to take this, fold it, fold this over again. I'm going to add my glue down the center fold, across the bottom, up the side, and go just right over that score tape. And we're going to just fold this together, fold that down, and to work that glue. Let's get the bottom, the inside fold, this bottom here. Make sure this is glued nicely. And now you have 3 of these. And you want them all going the same direction. You want your leaves up there. And now we're just simply going to take this one, attach it here. And then we'll take this one and attach it here. Okay, I had to look at that again, and that is not how we attach it. Okay, it's easier than that. You just take the first one and you fold it down. You fold this flap down. Now you're going to add glue to the whole thing because we're not going to make a pocket out of this. If you wanted to make a pocket, you would do it just like you did the others. You would just glue the sides and the bottom. But this one, I'm not going to make that many pockets in. And then you're going to take one of these other ones. Make sure you've got your leaves going up, and if it's directional. And you're just going to take this flap and attach it to this flap. Okay, I'm going to wipe that. Make sure that's nice and flat and pressed on with that glue. Make sure to get that worked in. We don't want ridges. There we go. So now you've got something like this. Okay, there's one flap. There was that mountain in the middle. We took the flap from the other side, attached it to this end flap. Now we've got, this was the mountain in the middle of that one. Now we've got one more to attach. We're going to just simply fold that over. We're going to take this one and do the very same thing. Just put your glue around all your edges. Swoosh that one away. Let's get this wiped out. There. And now we're just going to take this again and attach it on top. You got your directions going the correct way. Fold this one over, and then you have your little booklet together. I'm going to come here where we attach that, make sure that glue doesn't ooze out too much. Okay, now we're going to double check this. Okay, put that all down. Let's come here. Here's our flap. This one should be a pocket. We got that. And there's our pocket. And here, these should be just a flap. Now, like I said, if you wanted to make that a pocket, you would have just glued the sides and the edge, but I didn't want every flap to be a pocket. And then we've got this pocket. And this one should be together, just a page, and then you've got your last pocket right there. So this is what you've got. All your little designs on the inside, and I've got my larger design on the outside. Now what we're going to do is make a cover for this. Now for the cover, you're going to need a sheet of paper that measures 8.5 by 4.5. Got that right here. And then you're going to need 2 pieces that are 3 inches. No, I'm sorry, 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. These are the covers for the inside. And then for the spine cover, and before we attach those, you're going to need a piece that's 2 3/4 by 4 inches. To put the cardstock in there, you're going to need 2 pieces of cardstock that are 3 inches by 3 1/4 inches. So the 3 inch is going to go up and down this way, and the 3 1/4 inches is going to go the length of it. So I'm just going to lay that here until we get this other on. Then for the spine, you need a piece that is 3 inches by 3/8 of an inch. Move that up a little, get that kind of even. So we're going to just put that here, and you want to get that, oh, maybe 1/8 of an inch. You want to give it room to bend, and hopefully your paper won't crack. I'm kind of worried since that one did crack. Just give that about 1/8 of an inch there. And then your other piece that is 3 by 3 1/4, you're going to do the same thing. Put about 1/8 of an inch in between here. And line that up. And I've already put my adhesive on there. So I'm just going to, whoops, that one got moved. Press these down. I think I'm going to add maybe a little glue to this as well. Okay, that's for the spine. Line these up. I actually think this one needs to come down just a tad. So we've got this like this. Okay. Up a little bit with this one. You'll never get it perfect, right? Okay, I think that one does need to be up just a little bit though. Okay, now I'm going to press these down really well because I already have my adhesive, and I've already added my 1/2 inch score tape. And what we're going to do now is kind of come up and kind of fold these edges in to kind of break in those fibers a little bit. I'm going to do that on both sides. Okay, before I fold the other side, I want to go ahead and miter the corners, just like if you were making a larger album. Just come up here. You don't want to be right on that corner, but pretty close. Do the same thing here. Same thing here. Same thing here. Okay, I'm going to do the sides first. So we need to, let's see, where's my little pokey tool? It's over here, usually right here. Well, that's okay. I can use my fingernails, I think. So I'm going to take this, fold it down again, make sure we got that good. Remove the backing of the double-sided tape. Let's just fold this down, nice and smooth and firm. And let's come over here, fold that again, break in those fibers. Let's remove that backing. I'll do the same thing on the ends. Fold that first. Remove that backing. And one more time. There we go. Now, when I add my center for the spine, I always like to add it before I put the ends on. Some people don't do it that way, and that's, you know, whatever your preference is. I'm going to first come in here. I've got a wet cloth. It's a little bit wet. It's damp, and I'm just going to kind of lay that there, and I'm kind of going to moisten up just the back of this a little bit so those fibers might move a little better. I have a little squirt sprayer, but it doesn't really spray more than it squirts, so that gets it too wet. I'm going to come down here and carefully just kind of go through those grooves, just kind of break in those fibers a little bit. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and bend this just a little bit while that's damp on the outside. See how it kind of lets those fibers move a little more without creasing. There, that's good. Okay, I'm happy with that. So now I'm going to come in and I'm going to add a little more adhesive to this. A little more on these ends here, I think. And I think I'm going to go through the center a little bit. I don't think you can have too much tape when you're trying to get a spine on there. So now I'm going to take this. Again, I've got my large dots inside and on the outside. I'm going to try to line this up to about 1/8 of an inch at the top and 1/8 of an inch at the bottom. That looks pretty good. Okay, again, I'm going to dampen this. Take my score tool. Whoops, my rags want to come off of there, and I want to see where these grooves are again, and I'm going to come down while that's a little damp. Right in here, where that's damp. Mash up in there. There's the other one. In here. Okay. So kind of got those working. Got that outside still working. I'm going to run my damp cloth over that again. It may hold, it may not, but we'll see. So far, it's doing pretty good. And now let's come in and let's attach the inside covers. I've already got my glue on those, and I want these to come about 1/8 of an inch to the end there as well. Maybe 1/4 of an inch actually on those, so that's on. Then we'll take this one and put it on. Line it up with the top and bottom of that center one. Got that on. So now we've got our little cover for our little book. Trying to bend that carefully. I'm afraid to do this, but gonna have to do it, right? Kind of bend that a little bit. So far, so good. All right. And then we've got, here's our little lemon book. We're going to attach this inside like so. Now to attach it, I'm going to run 2 pieces of twine, baker's twine. Let me see. I think I'll do it here. So let me get my baker's twine. I'm going to use yellow. It all wants to come off at once. Okay, let's take this. Just get a big piece of this coming off, and we'll cut it in half. That should be plenty. Let's go ahead and cut that. Get that out of the way. So here's our little book. I've got my baker's twine, the yellow. I don't know how long these are. I just want it long enough, and I can always trim it off, and that is plenty long. That's way long, but that's okay. Now, I'm going to, I've got my front, I've got the pocket, and I've got where the 2 flaps are glued together. Then I've got a pocket glued together, a pocket in the end. So right here in the center, we've got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So we're going to count up 3, and this one's sticking up in the center there. Still doesn't see my 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. That's right. I'm going to put some glue where this center is, right here. I have to be careful with that. I don't want that to stick together. And we're going to lay baker's twine. I'm going to put a little longer on the bottom because that's going to have to come up around and tie. So I'm going to take my finger and kind of moosh that down on that little fold there. Dab that up a little bit. I just want it to hold there. That's good. And then we're going to come on the other side of it and do the same thing. Let's turn it this way, it might be easier. Turn it on this side. We're going to put some glue down this little score line right here. And we're going to take our other piece of twine. We're going to lay it the same way. Just right on that little glue strip. Kind of press it down with your fingers. Let that dry a little bit. Now that's kind of drying a little bit. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to put a 1/2-inch strip of double-sided tape right here on this spine. So I can help keep that attached to that spine. Then I'll add a little bit of glue also. Okay, let's take this 1/2 inch right down the center there. Okay, take that off. And let's go ahead and kind of give that a press. And I'm going to remove that score tape backing. There we go. And now let's see how these are doing. Okay, that's pretty good in there. Like I said, I really don't want it to glue the pages together, but I think that looks good. So now we're going to just pull these out. And we're going to come in here and we're going to take this part right here. I'm going to snug it up to that 1/2 inch piece of score tape and line it up top to bottom, just so you can get it to stick kind of even there. It's not really even. To come down, I'm going to go top to bottom. This is pretty snug on that. Over here a little bit. There we go. Now we're just gonna put this in here. Keep that snug. I'm gonna fold this up. And we're gonna take this twine, and you can tie it, if you want it at the bottom. I'm gonna go to the top because sometimes I add little tassels to this. So I'm gonna come to the top though. And I'm gonna make a knot. Pretty good little tight knot right up here. It's not really as tight as I wanted it, but I think that will work. I'm going to go ahead and tie a bow. Like I said, that's kind of long, but I'm going to leave that for now. And then you've got your little book. There you've got it, and you can open it like this. There's your pockets. There's your pocket, and here's your other pocket. Now what I also do is I've got a little scallop punch, and I'm going to come where these pockets are, and I'm going to come in here And I'm going to just punch a little bit out so when I'm ready to put a little tag or something in there, I can get to it. And do the next pocket. Bead this one. There just a little bit. Those things are shooting across the room. My goodness. Come here, do the last one. And then I've cut these pockets. I'll probably make different ones. I just had these and show you how they can fit right down in. I mean, I've got these tags. These aren't pockets that can go in this pocket that I can just show you. You know, it's a little tag die I have. And when you stick that in there, it'll stick up like that. And what I also made was, I'm not going to take time to put all these on, but I plan on adding, if that's not sticking, you can always add some glue to that as well. That's what I did to my other one. But you can take these little squares and just put them on here. And I think for summer, that's what I was thinking, making this like a little summer picture album. I mean, you could take little pictures and make your little mats and put those all through there. So I hope you've enjoyed this little tutorial. And I'm going to show you one that I completed. And I made this for Easter because my cousin's daughter had a little baby girl. So I made this little pocket book. It's really like a little book. It's not really for photos. I mean, you could put a photo in there if you wanted to. I didn't make any pockets in this one. But this is a little shaker on the front. Let's pull this down a little bit. You can see this better. Okay, here's a little shaker on the front. It's got bunnies in there. And when you open it, I made this like, I don't know, just a little Easter book. It says, Hello Spring. There's a little bunny. There it says basket. There's an egg. There's eggs. There's eggs in the wheelbarrow. Happy Easter, bunny. There's a bunny just decorated with a flower. One cute chick. There's a little chick. Lamb. There's a little lamb in the book. Flowers. And here's some flowers over here. And there's just a cute little bunny chick. And it just says Easter. And on the back, I just put a little girl with her bunny on the back. So that is a finished item. I hope you've enjoyed that. Hope you might try it. I just love the little chipboard backing. And like I said, I will probably go in, because I did on this one, and add some glue just right here. And it's going to help hold that together, and it's going to help keep that spine to the little book. So we're just going to do that. And I'll just hold it like that. There we go. So I hope you've enjoyed this. If you did, please hit like. And if you have not had a chance to subscribe, please subscribe. I appreciate you watching. I'm getting ready for a giveaway for all my subscribers. So keep watching and stay tuned. Until next time, bye-bye. I went ahead and decorated this, and I thought it was so cute that I wanted to share it with you. I didn't include a closure on here, but if you wanted to, before you put any kind of decoration on the front, you could add some ribbon underneath there, glue it on, and then you could add some type of embellishment on the back and add a ribbon and then tie it together. But this one I just left as is. So I wanted this to be a summer theme because I want it to be a little photo mini album. So this says Summer Dreams Are Made of This. And as I mentioned earlier, I had cut out all these little yellow mats to go on here. And I didn't put them on every page. I just put them on the pages that did not have a tag to go into, that was not a pocket. So this one says, Take Me to the Pool. And then you have a little photo mat. soak up the sun. Then you've got a little tag in that pocket. Oh yeah, summer. And a little photo mat. Cool little pair of sandals down here. And there you've got a little happy face with sunglasses. Your mat. And your tag at the top of your pocket. You've got, yes, and some pizza, lemonade, and a hot dog. Your photo mat and your little tag up here at the top. I've got like a flamingo little swimming ring and ice cream cone, some skates, and it says weekend. You might have a picture there of doing something fun. Sunshine, little happy face with hearts, ice cream cone, little photo mat on the back, and summer with a little boy and a little girl and a beach ball and the sun. So I thought that turned out really cute. So I wanted to show you how you can embellish these to make them just darling. And of course, this other one was not really a photo album. It was simply just a little book that I made for Easter that I shared with you. So I wanted to show you the finished product. So I hope you enjoy that, and I hope you try this. It's really, really easy, a lot of fun, and turns out really cute.